Hi, it's Kelly here from Connected Horsemanship with Kelly Ann. I am here with Matilda. Matilda is a foal I have bred, but terribly she has had the least amount of handling from me. I have had some health issues and she's tended to be left down the bottom of the rank when it's come to handling. So she's had some very basic halter training a couple of times. I was lucky for a long time her feet were self-shedding, but they are not now. They do need a trim. And my surgery was supposed to be before Christmas, but it was postponed until January next week. So I'm bringing Matilda in for a crash course 1 week in handling, just to get her good with leading and hopefully maybe some feet handling. So I thought I'd bring you along. The bonus of me being so behind with her training is you get to see an older horse that hasn't had much handling and the process. So as you can see, she's still very comfortable around me as they've been raised in a herd environment and just part of the herd. I will show a clip of what she looked like yesterday when I moved her into the yard. Here Matilda is when she was first separated from her herd. As you can see, she has some separation anxiety and is excited even though there is a pony next to her and horses behind her. Good girl. By the next morning, she is calm and settled, as you see in the rest of the video. I spend a few minutes just giving Matilda a rub, finding her itchy spots, so she can enjoy being with me. So it's a fun, rewarding experience before getting the halter out. In this clip I am showing Matilda the halter and just rubbing her neck with it before putting it on her. If she's going to have an issue, well, you can see she's moving away a little bit now, which is fine. I'll just let her move. And then I will approach her again. I like to use a rope halter in the early stages as it makes less noise. The webbing halters often have buckles, so the noise behind their ears can make them a little bit more uncertain. As you see, I've just got the halter over her neck. Just so she can. I didn't get it tied properly, I don't think, so I'm hoping she doesn't shake the halter off. And in a minute I will go over and try and get her on again. Hopefully she doesn't manage to shake it off, because that will defeat the purpose. And it's off. So the halter fell off here, which is not ideal, as we want them to learn they can't get the halter off them. But all is good. We just calmly pick up the halter and repeat the process. Which you cannot see, unfortunately. We're in the corner. Attempt that again, you probably missed it. But it's around her neck and I got it tied, so she can't. Now I just reposition the halter a little bit higher up on near her pole and then wiggle it a bit just to gauge her reaction. Obviously if I do this and she runs off, it's probably not quite time to try and readjust the halter. So I give her a bit more time and tidy up some of the round yard. Amazing what they dig up when this round yard has been here for many years, and we're always pulling out something that has got stuck in there along the way. So she's walking around and licking and chewing. The licking and chewing means she's sort of mentally processing what is happening. The flies annoying. Here I'm attempting to draw her towards me, so I step back and draw her attention towards me. Now she's moving off, and I've started the process of adjusting the halter. So sometimes you'll start doing this and they move off, and you just have to go with it and do the best you can. If you get the halter tied up, that's amazing. If for some reason they move too fast and it was to come off, you just want to calmly re-step the process. Now I have the halter on her. She's shaking her head a bit to see if she can get it off, as she's not used to the sensation. But we'll give her a moment to get used to that. Hooper scooper to clean up some of the poo just while she gets comfortable having the halter on her. Now I am going to do some lead practice. Matilda has had a few lead lessons, but this is the first one in about 4 months. Terrible, I know, but this shows that you do not need to use heavy methods necessarily to train your horse. If each session you use is positive, even if it's short, it can still have a positive influence on your horse and your progress. Maybe, like me, you have an illness or you've got small children or something and you cannot get out every day to train your horse. Just do what you can when you can and keep the sessions as positive as possible. Now, if the horse was extra energetic with a lot of energy, then maybe you would need to lunge them or round pen them a bit just to burn off that excess energy until they were paying attention to you. But you don't want to always have to rely on making your horse tired before you can do things with them. Now here, Matilda is telling me she'd like some leaves, so I read her body language and reach up and pull the leaves down a bit. This works as a desensitization and also a bonding, relationship building moment, as I've been able to see what she was telling me. She had to stand there while the leaves were shaking above her head, and while I picked them for her, and then she got to share in them, in the joy of eating these tasty leaves. Though here I'm starting to wonder if it's Matilda training me or me training Matilda, as she's doing a good job at training me how to read her body language and to give her more things to eat. So we do have to be mindful of not letting the horses distract us too much from our intended purpose. Pressure and release is used to teach Matilda to move, so I apply some light pressure to the halter and hold that pressure until she takes a step. Sometimes the pressure to move directly forward is too confusing for the horse to understand what it means, and they may resist. So sometimes if you apply a bit of pressure to get them to take one step left or one step right, then they get the idea that that little bit of pressure means to move their feet. And then they start to put it all together with each session. Very, very short lead session. That's all I'm doing with her for the moment. She's following me. But I'm going to come back and do another round. So we'll do some short, easy training sessions. Because I'm working towards connection and liberty eventually, as well as performance. And while I have seen horses at liberty online, which are obviously extremely stressed and probably haven't been trained the kindest, generally for liberty, your horse needs to want to spend time with you to be successful with liberty. And for me, the whole point of liberty is to create a strong enough connection with your horse that they want to spend time with you, and you can communicate with them as subtly as possible. It's a pretty cool challenge to have. I am back to do some free lunging with Matilda. As you can see, she happily comes and stands next to me. I am doing an attuned approach, so when she was looking out in the paddock at what was going on, I also did that. Matilda was choosing to trot here, as it's one of her first lessons free lunging. I'm happy if she either walks or trot, whatever the pace. Actually, I will go with whatever the pace, but ideally I want her calm. Right now the main guide is to get her to change direction depending on how I'm holding the whip and what direction I'm pointing, and then getting her to halt and look into me when I lower the whip and use a voice command. We don't need perfection first up. What we're looking for is progress and little improvements. You can see when I ask for the wool that I also relax my body and use body language as well as verbal command and whip cue to signal my command or communication to the horse. Here I am happy with her progress in this short session, so I let her be and go off and do some farm work in preparation for my surgery. That was all I recorded for Matilda's training session. The following week I was unable to do any training as my surgery was booked and I had a flare up in pain, so Matilda was turned out with the rest of the horses. My surgery was completed on the 8th of January 2024 with complications, so recovery has been slow. I am now 3 weeks post-surgery editing this video, and hopefully within the next 3 weeks, maybe a bit longer, depending where my body is at, I can progress with the training of my beautiful horses. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button if you'd like to be notified when I upload a video. I aim to post uplifting content that can help you connect with your horse in a positive way. Thank you. Hi, I'm Kelly Ann. I am an advocate for compassionate horsemanship, which is based on kindness, empathy, mutual understanding and respect. Come with me as we explore the many ways you can create a stronger, more harmonious relationship with your horse.